Good morning, Cappy. Do I have my coffee? Of course I do. I hope you've got yours. As I started your reading, and they've just stopped when I press record, there is a dog barking and birds tweeting quite loudly. So I don't know if you're going to hear those as I do the reading. But yeah, that's the thing. So what I'm getting for you, as soon as I started tuning into your energy, I was getting Lauren Daigle's trust in you. Maybe a lot of people do put their trust in you, Capricorn. You do tend to be a very trustworthy sign, a very see, did you hear the dog? A very reliable and genuinely a person who genuinely wants to help people, I think. So trust in you. Somebody may be placing their trust in you, or you may be just trusting in the universe, trusting in divine plan, releasing control issues. I don't know. We'll find out more when we pull cards. I was also really drawn to, I always have Archangel Michael out somewhere during my readings. He's kind of like a patron of tarot. He's become that anyway, even if it was never intentioned. But I got Archangel Gabriel out in Shush Doggy, funny that I'm saying shush doggy and then I'm talking about Archangel Gabriel coming out in Sagittarius's reading, and he's really speaking to me in your reading about the ability to speak, unblocking the throat chakra. Perhaps you have something to say about something, but also Archangel Michael is to do with like the confidence and that kind of like yang drive energy. So I'm almost getting like the confidence to speak, and I feel bad now that I shushed the dog. He's barking again. He's not listening to me anyway. So having the confidence to speak something, or having the confidence to vocalize something, but also there's something about the need to be confident without being reckless is coming through as well. So we'll see what becomes of that as we go into a reading more. I hope I've got Spotify working. It was working a minute ago. Whether it's still working or not, I don't know. It kind of just decided to not cooperate, quite frankly, a minute ago. I'm tumbling over my words now. Archangel Gabriel, ever since I got you out, you've been causing me problems. Come on, you're meant to be here to help. So I'm just tuning in properly. Capricorn, the reading's going to go live on Thursday. Whenever the reading gets to you, it is timeless, but I'm intending to publish it on Thursday. So Capricorn, please. What is Capricorn's? I felt like a really shuddery breath then. I don't know if you heard that. It's like, I don't know, nervousness. Capricorn for Thursday. Capricorn for Thursday. Whoa. Are you in it for love? Are you in it for money? That came out. I got that intuitively earlier in the week, and I wonder if I actually, just looking back through my my notes here, I feel like I got that intuitively somewhere along the line. I got it for the Carol reading. No, Carol. I am not a Carol anymore, you know. So there's a Tell Me Anything reading called No Carol. And that was one of the songs that came out. So I don't know if that has any relevance to you or not. Are you in it for love? Are you in it for money? If I lost everything, would you be there in the morning? I'm a Mara, you're my sweet mamacita. I love a bit of Ricky Martin. You've gone to my head like two men. I'm getting into it. Right, okay. Interesting. Capricorns, you do tend to be quite good with money. Are you in it for love? Are you in it for money? I was writing Ricky Martin. Now again, it depends on your whole chart, your whole birth chart. You can go and check up all your placements, and I recommend that you do if you haven't already. There's a link down below for cafeastrology.com. They've got a free birth chart service, and you can look up all your different placements. But if I'm talking about pure Capricorn energy, Capricorn sun sign without kind of all the variables of all your different planet placements, Capricorn is probably the sign that leans most heavily towards marriage, long-term commitment, marrying for money as well. If I was going to say any sign would marry for money, I wouldn't be surprised if it was Capricorn. Very into security. They're showing me the Ten of Pentacles, groundedness, you know, long-term investments, building, building on top of that family tree, I guess. Worried about respectability and things like this as well. Capricorn's a sign that they say is likely to be quite choosy when it comes to love, and they really want the best of the best, the creme de la creme. I don't know why it came through like that. And yeah, it's sort of status can be important to Capricorn. So, Capricorn, are you in it for love, or are you in it for money? Maybe you've got that choice. You had that a lot a while back. Like when I first started doing readings, that was coming out for you all the time. It was like you got the money, but all that glitters was not gold, and you felt really kind of like not disenfranchised, disenchanted, right? You've been sold the American dream, or whatever it is, not necessarily American, but you've been sold this consumerist dream. You'd got the stuff, and you were like, well, what now? And it was like you had that missing piece. So I don't know whether this is resurfacing for you. I don't know if this is just an ongoing life lesson thing that keeps coming out for Capricorn, but we'll see. I'm a Libra, so I'm going to pick love all the way. And if it comes with the creature comforts on top of that, then bonus. So let's see what we get. Let's see. I'd say probably Capricorn, Leo, Libra, and Taurus, I would say, are the signs that, probably Cancer as well, are the signs that need that sense of the finer things in life along with love. Not always, not necessarily, but it's kind of a definite bonus if you can have both, right? I mean, I suppose everybody feels that way. I'm just thinking of the signs associated with like luxury for Leo and Libra, yeah, and Taurus. Okay, so I don't know why I'm saying that. And then like Cancer with that security as well. Maybe I'm just doing like a bit of a dating list. Maybe you're doing some kind of Tinder thing, and it's like, what star signs are you interested in? There you go. There. Like, I don't know what signs are compatible with Capricorn, to be honest. I would have to look it up. I guess, but again, it depends on your whole birth chart. Birth charts are complicated things. There's a lot going on there. Okay. Apparently I have some cards. I think these are all in the reverse. What do we have? I'm not going to take these, but you've got movement, stuck in the mud. So trying to move, but you're stuck in the mud. Some kind of big change. Right, okay, no, I'm taking these. Metamorphosis, one of my favourite pieces of literature, Ovid's Metamorphosis, just FYI. Coming to life, making a choice, and flying. Whoa! Okay, yeah, we are going with that. What a story. Bone collection on the bottom there. So, wow. Okay, we've definitely got some kind of story going here. I'm only meant to get one card, but they keep doing this to me. Sagittarius had it as well, where they had this whole like storyline thing going on. So, movement, making forward progress. Right, movement and stuck in the mud together. The emu is also in a very, very kind of muddy environment. You see this? So trying to move forward, he's got this snail on his head. So moving forward is slow progress. Elephants talk to me about taking things one step at a time. But you can see he's actually going around in circles here. He's not actually getting out of this mud. So it's not that he can't progress. It's that he's going around in circles. So the movement he's taking is just taking him back to the start. They're giving me, I don't know if you remember the film Labyrinth. There's a scene in it where she's going through and she's been making marks with a lipstick on the tiles so she doesn't get lost through the maze, through the labyrinth. But there's these like creatures that have been turning the signs around. So she gets lost and she kind of ends up back at the start, and she goes, it's not fair. I feel like something like that's happening to you, where it's like, yeah, with that Lauren Daigle song as well, that's kind of what I was picking up on. It's like you've been doing all the right things, you've been making the progress, you've been seeing the signs, you've been following the signs, you've been doing what you've told, and then it's like you're back at square one and you think, what was that for? What was that for? You could have been sent round in circles by the universe because they really need you to not just learn a lesson but repeat a lesson, so that it really, you can see the more he walks, the more deeper that kind of trough is. So you've been taught a lesson, and you've been taught a lesson again and again and again until you've really understood this lesson, Oh my goodness, and look at the circles here as well. Right, okay, yeah, this is making a huge amount of sense. So movement, but you're stuck in the mud. You've been doing the steps, you've been doing the right thing, you've been plodding on, keeping your head down, doing the work, and it's not getting you anywhere, and it's bloody frustrating is how it's coming across. It's like there's almost like moss growing on this person's back because they've been there for so long. Sagittarius, again, I don't know if I've got a cusper, because Sagittarius had something similar where it's like they'd been in a place for so long that like it's almost like things were growing over them. So just pull my sleeves up. Pull up my sleeves if we're going to get you out of this mud, right? So then this gorgeous card. I love this so much, just because that I love Ovid's Metamorphosis. It's a really funny, I don't know why I'm talking about it, but it's a really funny piece of literature, because he sets them up to knock them down. And maybe this is what the universe is doing with you, setting you up to knock you down because they're teaching you a lesson. That path as well, that, you know, he's digging that, is it trough? I don't know, plough, trough? I don't know. He's digging that deep groove into the earth. Get into the groove, get out of the groove, Capricorn. There's I guess I'm going to get it out. There's an image they're showing me. It's called the karmic something in this deck. So I'm just going to get this out to show you what I'm seeing visually. It's like the karmic trench. That's the word I was looking for, the trench. So it's like you're stuck in some kind of karmic trench, some kind of repeating Groundhog Day thing, where you just feel like you've been putting a lot of work in and it's not getting you anywhere. So the thing with Ovid's Metamorphosis is that he sets up expectations, and then in the next kind of part, in the next section, it's almost like the Socratic method. He throws in a curveball which makes you question the thing that he's set up. So then you say, okay, so I had this set of principles, I had this set of morals that Ovid had set up in his poetry, I had this point of view, but now the same author has just called into question the things that he's set up. So what, that wasn't right after all. He's saying this is right because he's thrown in this curveball. So then it's like he sets up this different set of expectations or morals or principles, and then in the very next poem he questions it again. So he keeps doing this metamorphosis, he keeps moving the goalposts, he keeps changing things around, but he enjoys doing this. You can sense that, you know, that feeling of glee throughout the poem as he very like cleverly twists and turns and kind of keeps subverting expectations. I love his poetry so much. I love his character so much. It really comes through in his poetry. This kind of like, there it is, the karmic trench. So this is kind of what I'm seeing, the karmic trench. So maybe I'll read that one as well. So subverting expectations. So while you've been stuck in the mud, while you've been digging this karmic trench, these straight lines, these curved lines, these patterns, right? You've been forging patterns, or the universe has been leading you around in these patterns. And then comes in the metamorphosis. It's like everything you thought you know is going to be called into question. It's going to be turned on its head. It's going to be transformed, because maybe I'm just thinking the lines and the circles. The universe has been getting you to make a pattern in the sand. They've been like, oh, so they're just giving me sending out an SOS. It's really funny as well, because something similar came through for Sagittarius. It's like all that time that you've been walking in circles with your head down, following the steps, you've actually made some sort of pattern, and it's not clear to you yet, but you'll be able to see it. When you get a higher perspective, you're going to be able to see the pattern when you get the higher perspective. So change is coming, and there is reason to this. There is a reason why you've been in this kind of holding pattern. It's like flight pattern. They're showing me planes like in a holding pattern, because it's been creating a pattern of behavior, and you're meant to be able to change the perspective and look back on it and see it for what it was. Okay. So the change is coming. There's a metamorphosis, there's a transformation. Also really noticing these two flamingos like head to head, creating almost like these butterfly wings between them. So there's this, Right. I watched a Sun Tarot reading. Now, I can't remember who it was for, but I feel like it could have been a Capricorn reading. So if you haven't watched it already, maybe go and watch Sun Tarot, because she was talking about this butterfly, and she had like a butterfly on the card and a butterfly on the top. And it's like, I'm getting the same thing. Now, I hate it when the big YouTubers get something before I do, but now it's like coming through in this reading too. Like, you saw the way the cards came out, I didn't set this up. So there's something here with this transformation. It either takes two people come together to transform this situation into something new, or there's something about looking in a mirror, right? You've got it's like you've got half the picture, half the map. Someone else had that a while ago. Half the map. So you either need to, it's almost like you have to put that map against a mirror and then it'll become a full map, or there's this other energy. So there's this, I guess that could be the butterfly coming out of the cocoon. Do you see this? But it's almost like it's like sipping the nectar. So there's something about, it's almost like ambrosia or something. It's like, because here's the other half of the butterfly. Do you see this? It's crazy. Like, it comes out through different readings. So look, two halves of the butterfly. So there's this two halves coming together. And again, right, it's like there's two, maybe it's you and someone else and you're both stuck in these trenches, right? You're doing the work, you're not getting anywhere, you're not seeing the movement, but then it's all of a sudden, it's like you come together and you can see the full pattern. And then you have the transformation, and the like, look at these cards together and how they came out. Like, the connection, the nectar, the transformation. It's like, there she is. It's like she's been stood there so long that her legs have got stuck in the mud, and you know when like mud or clay hardens and it's like cracking off now, and she's coming out as this butterfly, like emerging. So there is going to be movement. You have been stuck in the mud. There is a transformation, there is a change, a new higher perspective, right? A higher perspective. You can see the pattern, you can see, it's like all of a sudden you can see the divine plan. You can see the reason why you've been so stuck. So then you have this choice point. This also came out for Cancer and Scorpio. Making a choice. So you've been going round and round in circles, and maybe you've got a little bit comfortable with that, a little bit used to that, and then all of a sudden it's like, here's a choice point. Which one are you going to choose? And I almost feel like they keep going, what's behind door number one? Like it's a game show. I feel like one of these choices, see, here's the butterfly. The butterfly's on this one. I feel like you don't do what you've always done. I feel like you've made this choice before. I feel like you've been in the karmic trench for a while, and I think you've been going round and round. You keep going round, you keep going to the same choice point. And it's like, I had this again in a reading a while back. Can't for the life of me remember who it was for, but I was remembering this dream that I had as a child where I lived in a pub, and there was like the door at the bottom of the stairs, which was like a locked, like it was like a heavy door with a fire thing on that made it automatically shut. And then there was like the door at the top did the same. And I remember having a dream where I had to get from the top door to the bottom door before the top door shut. And it's like I was hurtling down the stairs, and I kept running down the stairs, and every time I exited the bottom door I was back at the top. And it's like I had to do it, so I had to get there before the top door shut, otherwise I'd just come back out at the top door. So something to do with getting time before the door shuts. But I remember the end of the dream, and I don't think I said this in the last reading. I remember the end of the dream. I was like, I keep repeating the same thing. I keep doing the same thing over and over again, and it's not working. And I remember getting to the bottom and turning round and thinking, what if I go up the stairs? If I go up the stairs and through the top door, will that actually bring me out the bottom door? So I did something different, and the dream ended. And it's funny because I've had 3 dreams now about being back in the flat above the pub. And I had one last night. And the one last night was again, it's this feeling of being away and coming back, and people had changed things. Now, it's a much better dream in a lot of ways, because the first two dreams that I had, it was like everything had gone wrong. I'd left and like everything was out of control. But in this dream, I came back, and it's like everybody had had this really big clean, but things were missing, and there were important things missing. So it's like they tidied up and everything looked great, and everybody was happy. But I was like, and I don't kind of want to say what it was in the dream, but there was something that was very, very important to me, very meaningful. Okay, I'm going to say it was in the dream. There was a plant that I associated with my mother, and it's funny because plant pots were broken in the previous dream, and there was loads of plants that they brought into this flat, but none of them were my mum's plant. And I was like, where is my mum's plant? What have you done with it? So I don't know what that means to you, or if it means anything at all to you. It could be something, some kind of interpretive thing. It could be very meaningful for you. It could be nothing. I don't know. But there's a reason why I had that dream last night, and there's a reason why I'm talking about it now. Because you're stuck in the mud, because you keep going around in circles, because you keep choosing the same door. So if you want, do you want to stay stuck in the mud? It doesn't seem great. Or do you want to choose a different door and have a transformation? Because that leads you to this, that leads you to the higher perspective. You become this, like, again, Sagittarian energy here. You become this like fantasy winged creature. It looks really happy. It almost looks like if you've seen the Lego movie, that is it like a cat unicorn, and you get that higher perspective, and you look down and you think, oh my god, it all makes sense now. I understand what I was being taught. I understand the lessons that I was supposed to learn from that. But it looks much happier. You're not stuck anymore, right? Do you know what they're giving me? When I look at this card, they're giving me Dear Jessie by Madonna. Dear Jessie, hear the laughter running through the love parade, candy kisses on a summer day. Dear Jessie, see the roses raining on the love parade in the land of make-believe. It's happening, I'm sorry, Capricorn. It's inside your heart, it will never leave. There's a golden gate where the fairies all wait, and dancing moons for you. Catch a ride and you'll be there, where the mermaids sing as they comb their hair. Like a fountain of gold, you can never grow old, where dreams are made. Your love parade, candy kisses on. It's a really cute song, actually. Not very typical of Madonna, I wouldn't say. Dear Jessie, are you going to the love parade? Can't imagine Capricorn at the love parade, actually. That sounds really funny. But I think you are. I think you're making the choice to go to whatever that means to you. Gonna go and get your candy kisses on a summer day. Right, okay, I'm gonna make a note of that song. I'm gonna have a sip of my coffee, and then we'll pull you some more cards. Okay, very Piscean energy there as well. It's funny, it's this strand that again has come through from Sagittarius's reading, because they had that. I remember they had like this page of earth, and maybe that's you, Capricorn, when you were younger. But again, it had this sense of that Piscean ability to kind of fantasize, to dream, to have like the love parade in their own imagination. It's really talking to me about imagination here, in a very, very positive way. Like, it feels childlike. It feels like Peter Pan energy. You know, you'll never grow old, where dreams are made. Don't forget how to dream. Don't take life too seriously that you forget how to dream, Capricorn. Okay, go on. What else for Capricorn? Tell me more. Okay. I was going to say, tell me more about this stuck in the mud energy. 5 of water. That's the 5 of cups. Again, the symbology here, which keeps coming through. I mean, it is symbology that Colette Baron-Reid uses in her decks. But it just seems to be very, very apparent at the moment, especially since that Gemini reading of this, the shell, is it a nautilus shell or the snail shell, and then the curl of the what's that called? I'm hearing dragonfish, and it's not a dragonfish. Seahorse. Again, the horses, right? A seahorse and a sky horse. What is that? But then the snail, again, the snail on the head of the... Have you had something going on with your head, just with the elephant and the snail on the head of the emu or ostrich? Have you had something where you feel like perhaps your mental processes have been slower than usual? Have you had that kind of like, dull-headedness? Like foggy brain, where you find it hard to think clearly. It's almost like you've got this kind of energy attached to your head, which is making you think very slowly. I don't know why I'm getting this, Capricorn, but maybe just go and have a shower. Go have a shower, wash your hair, get some cold water on your head. It's like, because then that snail washes off. I don't know why your reading is so kind of metaphorical, because I feel like you're a very, very grounded energy, but this is coming through like I've gone into some kind of fantasy dimension or something, like a dreamscape. Go have a shower, wash your hair, or splash water on your face, like cold water, because you've got to shake off that. It's like a snail stuck to your brain. It's like a parasite, and let it wash away. The Five of Water is the crying over spilt milk card for me. It's disappointments from the past, things that didn't work out. It's coming through as kind of like almost like drama queen energy of woe is me. She's so busy kind of wailing about her losses that she's not noticed this little... It's this energy. Look, it's coming. It's not... I don't think it's you. It could be you. I don't know. Sorry, this energy. I don't know if this energy is you or not. But then this like flying magical horse has come in, and it's like gone into the water, turned into this seahorse, and like just pulled this rope, which is letting all these pearls go free. And she hasn't even noticed. So this energy is coming in to free you up from this energy. This is you at the moment. Just sorry, Capricorn, you're the emu. And you've had this like slow... It could be somebody that you're dealing with who you think about a lot, who you have a lot of concern for. Perhaps this is somebody who's very needy. Again, I was coming through that thing with like right at the beginning of the reading, like someone putting their trust in you or like needing you. Maybe they feel a little bit lost when you're not around, so you're always thinking about them, thinking, are they okay? Do I need to check on them? How is their day going? Do they need my support? But this is creating this kind of like cloudedness on your own head. So it's like this, like it could be a child, this very playful, silly, mischievous fairy energy is coming in as like, could be a Sagittarian coming in and almost like what, trying to distract this energy. What is this? It's like I can hear a child outside. I feel like it could be a child. Like this is like a friend or a mother or a sibling who has a child, and perhaps this child is very mischievous, a little bit difficult to handle in some kind of way, very rambunctious, but they've got good energy. The child is so playful, they're great. So, but they come in and they do things like, oh no, I broke my mum's necklace, and it's like, I can't handle this. I'm not even going to look. I'm not even going to watch. It's like maybe not watching what the child's doing. It's like it's just too much. So then you're concerned, you're like, I need to go and I need to pick up the pearls. I need to go and calm the child down. It's making me think of like, I'm sorry, I'm not calling anyone's parenting into question here. I don't mean to be like judgy. I don't know your situation. I don't know who you are, right? I'm just reading the cards. I know that some parents, and I've been around, it could be family, it could be parents at school. I was a teaching assistant, so I got to see what people were putting inside the kids' lunch boxes, right? Some people have packed healthy lunches, carrot sticks and grapes and, all the things that I worry about them choking on but are healthy. And I'm a bit of can be a bit of a worrier, a bit of a helicopter parent. But then there's other parents who don't care. There's parents who pack I know that the children were meant to have like water in the classroom, and there was one child who always had like sugary juice, and then they'd be difficult. And it's like, well, the diet of the child matters. If you pump a child full of sugar, they're going to be bouncing off the wall and causing trouble. If like, it's almost like, but this person, like, they can't cope with because I feel like they're stressed, or maybe they're busy thinking about something else, so it's like this stress of like, oh, my kid's nagging me for chocolate milkshake, so I'm just going to give them chocolate milkshake. But then the situation gets worse because then the child's giddy, and it's like, well, you shouldn't have given them the chocolate milkshake. And I feel like you're the one going, well, you shouldn't have given them the chocolate milkshake. But they're like, yeah, but they wouldn't stop nagging me. And it's like, well, yeah, look at the situation now, is kind of how it's coming through. I don't know, that's a very specific storyline. I don't know why that's coming through. It could be just one storyline from one person, but you're getting stuck because you're worried about this energy. It's like, I can't leave them alone because then they'll give them chocolate milkshake and then they'll be like bouncing off the walls. But then this is also you. This is also you learning to be a child again and not worrying so much. Just really noticing the change. This is a change. This is the metamorphosis. Like being weighed down by that energy. It's like that bird, even though it's a small bird, it's so heavy. But then you could be like the bird. You could be changing mindset where you worry less somehow. Right. So what's the change? Whoa. Right. A bit secretive about whatever this is. Six of Fire. The change, there's some kind of success, reward, recognition, some kind of spotlight being shone on something. I'm very much seeing it, although it's the Six of Wands, which is Six of Fire is Six of Wands. I'm very much associating this with the imagery that we normally have on the Six of Swords card. So the Six of Swords is a card where there's a boat, and it's a boat with some swords in the boat sailing across some calm water. The imagery of this means that somebody is leaving a situation behind and moving on. There's a change in mindset, moving from turbulent emotions to calmer emotions, where I'm getting the same message from this card, but it's more to do with, air and higher perspective and passion. So it's not so much about calmer waters, it's about being lifted, like almost like airlifted out of this situation where you've been getting very bogged down by day-to-day stresses, and then it's lifted, right? It's a hot air balloon. So what the balloon needs to fly is the heat that comes from the fire and the air, right? Air and fire. We got air energy over here. The fire makes looking at Sagittarius, like warmth, passion, creativity. It's coming through with the air energy. It's like creative, passionate, warm energy. So you cannot get that higher perspective. You cannot think creatively when you're stuck down in the mud with some kind of snail succubus stuck to your brain. So you need to literally like have a cold shower or something, shake that off. Perhaps it's someone you've been working with who it's like it's just coming on like an energy vampire. This person drains you. They keep you stuck. So you have to combine with this energy that's like more playful, more creative. It could literally be your child, right? Be more childlike, and it's going to lift you. It's going to give you this transformation. It's so funny because Sagittarius, again, they had this this transformation thing going on. So following your ideas and your passion. What are you passionate about? What makes you feel excited? What wakes your brain up? Follow that. Do more of that. What's the choice? Four of Earth. There's the fairy. Okay. So this is the fairy that's guiding you. Now there's some kind of blockage. It's almost like, because the Four of Pentacles is a card about shielding, being blocked. It can be saving money. But it's almost like maybe you thought your path was blocked. Maybe you thought one of these paths were blocked. But then there's this like fairy energy. Again, it's coming through as this like playful, it could be a child, sweet energy. She's like offering you a butterfly. She's offering you the butterfly, which is here. Where it's like she's almost, you see these little white orb spirits. It's almost like she's one of these. Like you get close to her, you capture one of these orbs, and then you look at it, and it's like she's in the palm of your hands. You look at her, and she's like one of these little sprites, and she's offering you the butterfly. It's like she's showing you the way to get past some obstacles. Like you thought there were obstacles in your path, but both doors are open here. So then tell me about flying. Because that's your choice. Are you going to keep going around in circles, or are you going to... Look how, like, again, this energy. It's like creative, fun, vibrant. Page. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Piscean energy. That is exactly what I was talking about. Again, I was saying it in Sagittarius's reading. It's imagination, it's fantasy, it's fun, it's allowing yourself to feel like a kid again. It's allowing yourself to let go of the responsibilities, of the things that keep you burdened, and be playful and enjoy life. It's like, maybe this is you. It's like the seahorse pulls that string because perhaps that was a valuable piece of jewelry, but the seahorse just saw the ribbon and was like, oh, I could add that ribbon to my, you know, I'm doing gymnastics today. I'm a gymnast. I'm going to add that ribbon, beautiful ribbon, to my stick, and I'm going to go dance around in the garden. But it's like, oh my God, that was like a really important piece of jewelry. But they don't care. But then suddenly you're unburdened. It's like suddenly those pearls don't matter anymore. They kind of, they float away. They become like these pentacles. They're suddenly not important anymore. But what's important is that child stood in front of you saying, come and play with me. Come and play with me. And then having that playful energy. It can be an apology. I'm sorry I broke your pearl necklace. But to me, this card is very much like the ability to dream, the ability to fantasize, the ability to imagine something new and fun, something beautiful and colourful and wonderful, to splash in the waves, to play, to be in the moment, to not worry too much. You've been worrying too much. Okay. Do I want to keep pulling cards? I'm at 8 of Air there. You see, it's like, come and play with me. Like up there, this fun, light-hearted energy is like sending you these feathers saying, come on, come and play. Like, it's like smoke signals, or like, again, I don't know if you're connecting with the Sagittarius. It's like they're sending out these hints, these, like, leaving you tokens. Like, it feels like a child. It feels like a child going like, oh, I found this shell. I bet mum or dad will like this shell. I'm gonna leave it in their shoe, and then you put your foot in the it feels like that. It's like they're just trying to play with you. Look, they're like sending it down to you. Come and play. Come and play. Come and have fun. 3 of Cups. Come and have fun. I've got 9 minutes left. So, do I want to clarify anything, or do I just want to kind of read your advice cards? Go. Anything else you want to tell me? Hangman, yeah, that's just you being stuck up there, needing to see things from a new perspective, needing to have the transformation, needing to have the higher perspective. 8 of Cups. Walk away from the patterns of behaviour that aren't suiting you, that are keeping you stuck. Right, so where are we? Where's my book? Do I want to read all of these? I don't think I need to read Movement and Stuck in the Mud to you, because I feel like that's where you've been and you don't want to be there. So we need the advice of how to transform. So let's read. Oh, no, but then I don't know. It could be cathartic as well. It could be cathartic. So let's read them. What number is that? 28. Okay. May have to upload to make more space. You are in a time of positive forward motion. This is a time for positive momentum as you come out of a period of restriction. You're in a stage of new adventure and discovery. You may feel compelled to take a trip, change your hair, or move your home or business. Regardless, you can't remain where you are anymore. You feel compelled to go forward. No matter what your inquiry, you will see your dreams take form and doors previously shut begin to open as if by magic. Open sesame, did you have that a while ago? Movement is also a state of mind. The fog lifts and you now know the actions you need to take. This isn't the time for fear. Let it go and move forward. That's what it's saying. It's like the foggy thinking with the snail on your head. Right, move forward. So you're trying to move forward, but you feel stuck because those doors have been shut, right? The doors have been shut. So you're trying to move forward, but you feel stuck, but there is movement. It's just slow with the snail. You're being invited to stop and savour the wonder of your life. Becoming stuck is sometimes the only way to trick yourself into slowing down and looking around you. In fact, this is a sign that you need to shift your focus away from what you're doing and place your attention elsewhere. I feel like you've got a kid who's trying to get your attention, or someone who's very childlike, right? Struggling will only get you to even muddier places. Now is not the time to move forward, but to observe. Clarity about your circumstances will come a little later. Stop and find the joy in what you've been overlooking. Soon you'll be out of the mud, but for now be still and know that the Spirit has a plan for you. Okay, so there is movement, okay? It's like stop stressing. Look around you and enjoy the moment. Enjoy the pleasures that are available to you right now. It may be like, I don't know, go and read a fantasy novel. Go and watch Lord of the Rings. Go and, I don't know, play a computer game. Whatever it is to kind of go and play with children, right? Whatever it is to get you out of your own head. I feel like you're in your own head and you're worrying about, it could be something like career or some kind of practical matter. I think you're being right. You've got to remember the universe is like a big machine with lots of different cogs, and it's quite hard to get everything into alignment at the same time. So you may just be in some sort of holding pattern while the universe sorts something out, and then the doors will open. So don't worry if you're stuck right now. Just try and live in the moment, okay? Pay attention to what's available to you now. You are in the process of deep and beautiful change. Butterflies earn their wings through great effort. The process of changing is often painful, for it is never without losses and sacrifices. 5 of Water. The spilt milk, right? If you are to transform from one form to another, a part of you needs to die. Letting that, not the whole of you, okay, just a part of you, something that you need to let go of, right? Letting go isn't easy, especially when you're used to thinking a certain way about your life and how you live it. Again, you're stuck in the karmic trench. Just as a snake sheds its dead skin or a caterpillar dies so that a butterfly can be born, you're required to release your old ideas and embrace a necessary change so you can live your best life. Perhaps you're being asked to let go of low self-worth. Didn't I say that right at the beginning? Low self-worth. A dream that no longer serves you. A relationship that is draining, I said that as well, or unhealthy habits. Chocolate milkshake. Despite your fear, you must accept that this is a transformational time for you. There will be some loss involved, but you'll love what you become, and you are, because that is so fun. That is so good. Like, what do you want? Right, this is your choice. What do you want? Seriously, Capricorn, come on. Like, come on. I think the choice is obvious. You know, perhaps you see it as frivolous, perhaps you see it as a waste of time, but it's not, because you're not getting anywhere when you're down in the dumps and miserable and taking life too seriously. Sometimes you need this in order to go back to that and be able to, like, handle it with more confidence. Perhaps you're going to gain confidence from whatever this is. It's like you just need a break. You need a break. You need to go to the festival, you need to go to the love parade, Capricorn. 29, come on, focus. Something beautiful is being born in your life. When you look at your life, can you see how you've grown and evolved over time? Perhaps you've shed skins. Literally, these cards came out consecutively. They're saying the same thing. So perhaps, you're shedding the skin and then you've shed the skin, right? Perhaps you shed skins and identities and created new ones, or at the very least matured in your ideas about yourself and the world you inhabit. You know that things take time, and Spirit's timetable is rarely in sync with your own. I was just saying that. Oh my God. This card indicates that a long-held dream is beginning to show signs of life. You must try not to coax it along or shape it according to your desires. Spirit knows the best form for the manifestation of this dream. I Will Trust in You, right, by Daigle, what I was saying at the beginning. And your life can become even better than you can possibly imagine. Now is the time for reverence and awe. Allow the contours of your path to be carved by the hands of the divine. All you have to do is show up. You just need to be like Capricorn, life of the party. Come on. Open the door. Come on. It's like you've had the party invite. Make the choice. Go. Get out of the mud. I don't know. You're required to come to a decision now. You're faced with a dilemma or a fork in the road and must make a conscious choice regarding the next right action. Whatever that choice is, you must take responsibility for it. Yet you needn't be afraid. You may not have all the answers right now, because the way ahead can't be known until you've embarked and travelled a few steps. I feel like Scorpio got that. Trust your intuition, ask for a sign from Spirit, and you will be led on the right path. It said right path twice, just to say, like, don't go around in circles, choose the path unknown. If you remain conscious and aware, your choice will lead to the right one at this time. Life is about learning. Success lies in choosing consciously, guided by intuition and spirit. Go and have fun. The message can't come through, excuse me, any more clearly, can it? It's like you need a break. You need a break. Flying. You have the power to see things from a higher perspective. If you were a bird flying high in the air, what would you see? When you soar above life's challenges and opportunities, a new perspective becomes available. Today you have invisible wings that allow you to swiftly bring your circumstances into alignment with your highest purpose. This is a sign that your waiting is over, that all your hard work has paid off, and the things you hope for are no longer beyond your scope. You do have the ability to reach for the stars and find the one with your name on it. Spread your wings and soar. The angels are waiting for you. Not literally, you know, it's just don't do anything drastic, Capricorn. Right, okay, so just go and have fun. Just go and have fun. It's going to be fine. You know, it's going to be okay. Stop worrying. Get out of your own head. And there you go, look, surrender now. And it's a moth like a butterfly. Surrender now. Flamingo, oh my God, flamingo spirit. Like, look at the imagery. You cannot make this up. Look, it's the same. Surrender now. Embrace the in-between, right? Embrace the in-between. Like, and look how fancy he is. He's definitely off to the love parade, right? Hummingbird spirit, be here now. Sandpiper spirit, be playful. And come on, Capricorn, be playful. God, you've got this. Electric eel spirit, bring your ideas to life. Come on, bring your ideas to life. Bobcat spirit, life is a mystery. Okay, I'm going to quickly stop and restart and we'll pull you a song. All right, here we go. Now I've got that other Madonna song, Life is a Mystery. I hear you call. I need to stop because I haven't got the time for this. Like, literally, I've got less than a minute left, I think. So, are you in it for love or money, Capricorn? What is the song that Capricorn, if they're resonating with this reading, what do they really, really, really need to hear right now? The best advice you can give them, please. A Design for Life by Manic Street Preachers. Forever Delayed. Forever delayed. No. Manic Street Preachers, A Design for Life. I'm going to get you another song, A Design for Life. For life. Let's get you another one. Advice, please. The best advice, please, for Capricorn or whoever's resonating with this reading. So when Capricorn gets this reading, what do they need to hear? What is the best advice? Colourblind by Darius. Okay, dive in, have fun. Bring your ideas to life. Right, I hope that's helpful to you. Go and look up those songs. They'll all be in the description box down below. See what resonates, see what pops out to you. Anything that feels right for you is the message for you, okay? Maybe go and watch the video, see if there's anything there as well. And yeah, I'm going to leave it there. But best of luck, Cappy, Cappy, Cappy. I want you to be happy. I want you to go out and have fun and, you know, enjoy that love parade, whatever that means for you. Use that gorgeous imagination and, yeah, be a child again. Do take care and best of luck with that, and I'll see you again soon.